scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Black, check 53. We got it, Shoot! 25, check 25, check 25. Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Winston. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Dolphin first down.
Get ready. Blue 80. We got it. Shoot.
Here's a first down run with Collins. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll run with his second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They run with Collins. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep is Travis Carey. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 15 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. It's that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs? Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
4 yards on the pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Wilson now in his second season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Triple team. Left guard defense. Left guard defense.
They'll throw again. Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins nothing.
Set. 180. You get blocked. Hey, alert, 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 alert. I got you.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
180. You're not ready. You're not ready.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
King.
On third down, Mayfield. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Mike, easy. Stop here. Wait. 53, check 53. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Out. Safe. Wait,
Jameis to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On third down, Winston. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Jameis now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now Collins. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
5 on the 50.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. Wilson's got it complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
The first down throw for Winston. And he finds Howard complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run here with Balaj. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Now Chubb running right. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Regular. We got double up. Hurry. Right, check. 59. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Hey, alert 33. Watch out.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
This one into the hands of the running back, Melange. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant as the first half is winding down as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack lunch, baby. Yum, 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 yum.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Switch, switch, switch. He's checking, he's checking. Pistol. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hurry! I got you. Check 50, check 50. Up.
Now a whistle and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield shifts past him. He finds his target, Beckham. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
180! Alert, 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 alert! I'm coming! Mike 55! Mike 55! I'm coming! I got you!
To throw, Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Parker that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready! You ready! Wait! Watch the pass! Let's go!
Now Winston. And he comes back with one complete. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now the line. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They can't hang with us. Spawn. No.
They'll stay on the ground. Mirage again. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try and run forward with Collins. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. At the Browns' 34-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mholics. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Winston. They'll set up the screen to Mholics. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Let's go, let's bring it.
Jameis now on first down. This is caught. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Here's a run with Mholics. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Collins now the lone man in the backfield. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Collins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. A scoring update from the southern edge of Ohio down in Cincinnati. And looks like the Bengals starting to pull away in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A run with Chubb on first down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the fourth quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? A big play that time out of Chubb. 42 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Check three. Real.
Mayfield looks to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to go down again.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Steps away to his left. And an alley to run. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They run it again with Chubb. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. It's caught. Beckham. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Number 53, Mike 53. Watch the screen. Pass. Tight dog. No. Check it backer.
Here's Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. for a momentum switch.
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now a throw left sideline here is complete, and he's taken down inside the 30. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Hey, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lap. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Browns' 27-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, this is Collins. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Alex Collins with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And again, it's Chubb. And an alley to run. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Well, that sets up a big third down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And boy, he is was very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Mayfield on first down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Complete to Nick Chubb. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Set, 180. Check, 59. On deck, baby, on deck.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
180. 59. I got it. Check. Alert. One time.
Throwing, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Cleveland, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when attack like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. When you see that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the